Alright. Alright, hi guys. So, my name is Jeremy, and this is Alex.
Alex.
We're going to go over Unit 4 practice test, numbers 18, 23, and 25. So, number 18 says, state whether piecewise function fx equals 2x plus 6 if x is less than or equal to 8, fx equals to 25 if 8 is less than x and x is less than 10. It's continuous if fx equals 35 minus x if x is greater or equal to 10. So if it is not continuous, state where it is not. So it's pretty obvious that this is not continuous. The piecewise function is not continuous at fx equals 25 if 8 is less than x and x is less than 10, because as you can see, as I've drawn out here, it's only this much. I mean, it starts at 8 and ends at 10. That's it. It's not continuous at all. And the other functions, well, here, this one here, starts at 10 and it's continuous after that. And 2x plus 6, starts before 8 and it's continuous. Number 23 says the formula for an investment worth with interest compounded annually is A equals P times 1 plus I to the power of N, where P represents the initial investment, I is the interest rate, and A is the net worth. A is the worth of investment after N years. So A says solve the formula for P. What was the initial investment worth 1,000 that compounded 10% interest for 10 years? So here, this is a formula, and we just plugged in the numbers that was stated in the question. So A is $1,000, and for 10 years N, and then 10% of. So if you convert 10% to decimal, it'll be 0.1. So the interest here is wrote down 0.1. So we add 1 plus 0.1, we get 1.1. And then we solve the exponent 10, and we get this decimal here. And to solve for P, we divide both sides by this decimal, and we get $385.54. So the initial investment was $385.54. Alright, so B says solve the formula for I. What is the initial rate of an investment whose worth went from $1,000 to $1,200 in 2 years? Alright, so the formula shown here is just right here it says A equals to, right here we're showing I equals to, I don't know if you guys can see that right here. Here was A, here's I. So we're trying to find interest. Alright, so and square root of A over P, subtract 1. So again, we plug in the numbers as stated in the question, and it's 2 years is the same thing as square root. A is 1,200 and P is 1,000. So we solve that and we get this decimal here, and in order to get the percentage, we multiply by 100, and we get the interest rate in percentage. So the interest rate was 9.54% 2 years ago. Alright, C. So explain a method with which you could estimate how many years it would take for an investment to reach a certain worth of a certain interest rate. What? Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so in order to estimate the time it takes for an investment to reach a certain worth at a certain interest rate, we must solve for a variable instead of n. After that, we sketch the graph of the inverse and estimate.
Alright, question 23D. Estimate how many years would it take an investment of $2,100 at 20% interest to reach a worth of $5,225. Alright, so we use the formula A equals P times 1 plus I to the power of n. And then we plug in all the numbers. 5,225 equals 2,100 times 1.2 to the power of n. And we're trying to find n to find the amount of years it would take for an investment. Alright, so what we're trying to do here is divide 2,100, and then we get 5,225 divided by 2,100 is 2.4881, and then we use logarithm, so log 2.4881 equals n log 1.20, and then we're trying to solve for n, so we divide log 1.20, and then so it divides on the other side, log 2.4881 divided by log 1.20. So n equals log 2.4881 divided by log 1.20, which equals 4.9995, which rounds up to 5. Therefore, it would take, the amount of years is 5. Question 25. The gym charges $5 per hour for the first 4 hours of use in a week, and a total flat rate of $20 after that. How much would you spend going to the gym for 3 hours, 5 hours, and 10 hours? Alright, for 3 hours. The rule that they gave us was $5 per hour for the first 4 hours, and 3 hours is a part of that 4 hours. So $5 per hour times 3, which is $15 per 3 hours. So you would have to spend $15 if you want to go to the gym for 3 hours. For 5 hours, the rule does not apply. The first rule does not apply, so you use the second rule, which is the total flat rate of $20 after the first 4 hours. So 5 hours, you have to pay $20. The same thing goes for 10 hours, you have to pay $20 because it's past 4 hours. B. When is it better value to go more hours? It is a better value to go more hours after the 4th hour of use in a week. After the 4th hour, you can go as many times as you want because the maximum they can charge you is $20. Yeah. Value to go more hours after the 4th hour of use in a week. Also because you can go as many times as you want and you still get charged $20. So after 5 hours, you get charged 20. 10 hours, you get charged 20. 20 hours, you can get charged 20. So after the 4th hour, you can go as many times as you want and you still get charged $20. And the number does not increase. You only get charged $20. Alright, write a piecewise function that models the total cost of the gym in a week according to the number of hours spent there. Alright, this models how many amount of money that you have to pay per hour. Right, so remember for the first 4 hours of use in a week we have to pay $5 per hour. So we put 5x, and if 0 is less than x is less than 4, that is the same thing as a rule. And 20, because every hour after 4 will be only charged $20, while this one you have to be charged $5 per hour before the end of the 4th hour. So this piecewise function model is the total cost of gym in a week according to the number of hours spent there. Alright, last question. Write a piecewise function that models the cost per hour of the gym according to the number of hours spent there. Alright. Since you pay $5 per hour for the first 4 hours, we put 5 and 0 less than x less than 4 to represent the number of hours. So if you spend for the first 4 hours, you have to pay $5 per hour. So before the end of the first 4 hours, before the first 4 hours end, you pay $5. 20 divided by x if 4 is less than x. The maximum, this is the function because the maximum you can pay is $20 after the 4th hour. So 4x is greater than 4 and 20 divided by x. So for example, x is 5. 20 divided by x, 20 divided by 5 will be 4. So you'll be paying 4 hours, $4 per hour if you're doing 5 hours there. So this is our piece function that models the cost of per hour of the gym according to the number of hours spent there.